Each year, hurricane season brings challenges for those living in affected areas, but this year has been especially rough. As a community of artists, we know all too well that creativity can be a beacon of hope. We have chosen to come together to raise money for people who have been impacted by these catastrophic events. We've created videos for you to enjoy and art for you to bid on. Fluid Art Co. has stepped up to do something very special. They've offered to sponsor the collaboration with a limited release pigment that they've named Benevolence. $5 of every jar sold will go towards the fund. Proceeds will be going to the Direct Relief Organisation. From all of us around the globe, we thank you for taking this on with us.
Hey y'all, it's Amy. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am doing a painting that is part of a collaboration with Fluid Art Co. And it's going to be featuring their piggy, their newest, this little piggy Pigment in Benevolence. $5 of every jar of this gorgeous deep blue-green piggy will go to directrelief.org. There are over 40 artists participating in this collaboration from all around the world. All of the artists will be donating our pieces for auction. This auction will be held over on Nate Bright Arts channel on November 3rd. 100% of the proceeds from this auction will be going to directrelief.org. So today I'm doing a straight pour in the hopes that I get some big boulders. And I'm pouring in my cup here some of my base paint that I have left over from covering that canvas. And mixed in with my base paint is some of this beautiful pigment, Benevolence. I'm also going to take this pigment I've mixed up here and mix it with some silver paint to make it this gorgeous blue silver that you'll see here. You can see that by combining these, I've got a really soft blue-green metallic that I'm really excited to see perform in this painting. I'm also using champagne gold and pearl white. I'm going to be doing a dirty pour into my measuring cup here. And I'm going to start with my deepest color, which is that silver mixed with the Benevolence pigment. And I'm going to pour from up high so that the paint goes and churns in the bottom of the cup. I'm going to repeat this with the champagne gold and the pearl. Now I'm going to take a little extra of that base coat and swirl it a little bit on the top so that all the paint that rose up in my cup will have something to react to. Now I'm just going to hush up for a bit and let y'all watch. Well, that cup went a little bit longer than I expected. I usually don't go into that spiral motion until I'm almost to the end of the cup, but I think it's still going to turn out really well. So what I'm doing now is I'm letting the painting sit. Before I start spinning it out, I like for it to sit a little bit so that it can bloom, and those colors on the bottom can rise toward the top as the air bubbles move up. And I did just torch a little bit there, and that'll help that process along. But you have to be patient during this. There's no reason to rush this. About 10 minutes has passed now, and the little pebbles that we had on there have now spread just a little bit on their way to being boulder sized. So I think I'm ready to start spinning. And when I spin very slow. And I am showing this to you in real time so that you can see how slow and gentle I'm spinning. And I'm doing that, A, because I don't want to splatter all the walls in my art room, and B, because I want those boulder cells to stretch in more of their natural shape. If I spin too hard, they're going to get more misshapen. And now I'm tilting just a little bit more, just ever so slightly and slowly, so that I have absolute control over where the paint is going. So I think that's all I'm going to spin it out. I think I've got enough paint off, and I'm going to torch the last bit of my bubbles, and I'm going to call it. I like the way that the boulders have spread out nicely, And I like the way it has that glowing effect with the lighter being in the center, and then it gets darker as it gets toward the edges. It's hard to see in the video, but it is very shimmery, and I think it's going to be gorgeous once it dries and I get a varnish or resin put on it. Guys, real quick before you leave, if you'll hang out to the end, I want to show you some pictures of the damage that Hurricane Helene did in our neck of the woods. I'm from East Tennessee, and when you think of hurricanes, you normally think of coastal areas. But Hurricane Helene did horrific damage in our neck of the woods as well. Here in East Tennessee and in western North Carolina, so many cities were hit. People lost their homes, their businesses, and sadly, many people lost their lives. Please continue to keep all those affected in your thoughts and prayers, and we'll see you on November 3rd for the auction of our art over on Nate Bright Art's channel. I'll see you then.